Gamer! What's up? Oh, hey, buddy. Hey, Siren. Hey, everybody. Hey, Kristen. So, let's talk about what happened last night. Let's continue where we left off. This is part 2 of the previous stream. Responding to liars that have lied while I was silenced by my lawyer. What's that? Hey, no, stop that. Bizzy, stop it. Bizzy, Bizzy, don't show them that. What is that thing? No, Bizzy. No, stop. We do have subscriber mode on for the 5 minutes. I told the moderation, nah, we don't need it. And they said, yes, we do. Because, Uni, you don't realize that last night, when a certain other person decided to snipe your stream and like a child and be all mad and upset and pissed, she was sending people in here. We are being overworked. So I made them an ultimatum. We can just turn on member only mode whenever someone snipes our stream. How about that? Whenever we are watching someone else stream, I tell you guys not to go mess with them. I tell you guys, because that is terms of service. Tell you that if it starts happening, I will stop. So, we have a little bit of commentary we have to do because there are some points to make. No, we are not in member mode. We are not. We are in subscriber mode. Well, you can't get mad about that. I went and looked. There's a bunch of people that were talking about me that had subscriber mode on and still do to last night. Subscriber mode just means you have to be subscribed 5 minutes to talk in the chat. That's all it means. You know, who would have thought that there's a mode like that? Oh, I can't wait to hear one of them try to call me out for using it. Because again, won't even call out. Well, I don't want to say anyone's name here. But, you know, I was lied on a lot about this letter. So I thought the perfect thing to move into stream number 2 would be to prove to you that I didn't lie about the letter. And my first point, which none of these people will update what they said, none of these people will bother to respond because they actually do have a problem admitting that they're wrong about something, and they will go to just about any length to try to make it look like someone else is wrong so that they can protect their ego. One of the, well, damn, there's some kind of personality out there that's just known for doing that to the max. But the one thing I always do is admit when I'm wrong here. So we're going to look at this and talk about this, and we are going to get to the bottom. Why did Uni say that it was handwritten? Why does it matter? I'm not supposed to be talking about this thing if it's going to be a lawsuit coming. The lawsuit was sent the next day. So therefore, no one can deny that. They probably will. They probably will, y'all. And the point is that what happens once I show that I didn't lie about this and I talk about this and give you the information? People out there who claim that they were mad at me enough to act the way they have. By the way, you didn't see me acting that way. They're going to move the goalpost because it's all they've been doing. Now, again, people move goalposts for many reasons, but mostly in this situation, it's because they want to keep coming at me or saying I did something wrong. It's the main reason why they keep lying about me being doxed from the jump. And if you weren't there last night for that, motherfucker not only doxed me with his friends, with them giving the information to their shit squads, like I told you from the beginning, but that doesn't matter because the only definition that these certain people will use for doxing means that you could look up someone's address, call them on the phone, and threaten the shit out of them, but that's not doxing to these people because you didn't share it publicly. Even though for the last 5 years, all of them have been screaming that that's doxing. Oh my God, they did it a couple months ago and it happened to nonsense, but it's not true when Uni has someone take the information that they doxed and publicly post it on Twitter under their main account, while lying about what they're posting. So, like saying I wasn't a veteran and all this garbage. Here, I'll help y'all. I went in to the military in Charlottesville, North Carolina. Anyway, it won't matter. They're going to move the goalpost. They're going to move the goalpost. They're going to say, we said you weren't a veteran because we couldn't find a Jason Smith that joined the military from that town at that year. Yeah, no shit, stupid. Why would you? I never made that claim. Y'all did. Y'all be lying. That's the point. Again, calm down. This is supposedly about something I did wrong. Why do they have such trouble saying what I did wrong? Why are they even mad? Why are they mad? It doesn't even make sense. Have you even asked yourself this? You know who I'm talking about. You know I'm not talking about JLR, or I'm not talking about Betty. They're mad all the time. And you know I'm not talking about nonsense Go Lightly. She's just a fucking liar. She lies constantly. She don't even give a fuck. She doesn't mind even putting out misinformation and literally doing everything she can to convince you of it. No, I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about our friends. Just a couple of them. They've seemed to not only... Now, this is the craziest thing. They don't mind being in the live chat and not banning known and constant doxers. I don't mind if you entertain those kind of people, but you're trying to say that I'm like somebody from the past, and that's why you don't like me or some shit. Well, you know what? You letting these doxers into your chat, just sitting there spamming garbage and lying about me and my family and shit, is on you. If that was happening in my chat, y'all would blame it on me. Why in the world do you get away with everything you're doing right now? Uni's a bad guy because he got doxed and then he said a letter was handwritten. Oh, somebody shoot me. Play the meme of the guy jumping out the skyscraper window to his death. Uni is a bad guy because him and his family were doxed and threatened and harassed and ... Okay, now you're a bad person because you are letting people in your chat who are doxing me on Twitter right now, Julie. The people in the chat with Julie can fuck off because they are chilling with those people and they don't give a shit. Now, I don't know which is worse, even if I just give it to you, even though I've got the handwritten letter right there, right here. Handwritten letter right here. Did I say that the body of the letter was handwritten? I did in the beginning, but the minute I found out that the body of the letter wasn't, I never said it was because I didn't lie. The part that was handwritten is this, and there's a lot of writing on here, so you're not seeing it. Now, oh, did you notice there's no signature? Oh, you've seen this? Well, then why am I even showing it? Do you remember that this is why a bunch of people started to hate me? Because I told you that I was doxed, harassed, and attacked from the start. I told you the proof that it's happening is the PayPal messages. These people don't do that. They don't tell you what the dox is, how the dox happened, why it's a dox. They just say it's not. Because they can't say why it's a dox why it's not a dox in their reasoning. But I can prove to you that it was a dox. I have proven it. I've been trying not to tell you where all of the slander, defamation, lies, and doxing of my family is. It is on Twitter. From the main account of the person who did this. Last night, they had the fucking nerve to sit and act like they're still sitting on a high horse. They had the nerve to then, once they realized, oh shit, Uni isn't lying about being doxed from the beginning, and he's not lying about the letter. He didn't lie about anything. Yes, he did withhold information, but he told us the whole time he would only do that for 2 weeks. And well, guess what? It's been 2 weeks, and here I am. I didn't lie to you. You can say a lot of things about me. I didn't lie to you. I didn't lie to Queen. I didn't lie to anybody. Now, I don't know what you have against me, but for some reason, I can't find it. I'm sitting there listening for what in the world I've done so wrong, and I can't find it. Am I not listening to anybody? All I've been doing is listening. You're welcome, anyone. I won't even name any names because you'll claim that I'm naming those names negatively when I'm not. But for any of the peeps around here that want to claim I've done something wrong, the live chat is waiting on you. Also, I said peeps. I don't want to hear from doxers. I don't want to hear from lobsters. Y'all don't deserve it. Yes, what you do online when you're out judging others does get looked right back at you. And y'all are worse than just horrible, people. Sitting here being like DSP. Burp, belch, belch, snort, sniff, snort, snort. Dark side rock. Dark side UNIROCK. There you go. So what are we going to do next? We're just going to get back to watching the streams and boring the living shit out of ourselves. How did any of you even get hooked into this garbage? I mean, shit, it's happened to me before. I'm not being a dick asking you. I've been hooked. I used to believe Secure Team 10 wasn't lying to me, okay? So I'm the ultimate idiot in the room. If you haven't seen who he is, go look real quick. Hold on. I got to get some more orange juice and ice cubes. Apologies. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, I just did it again. Okay. I got to fix this headset so that I stop doing that. Here. Right on that capo. A capo is a guitar thingy. That's what a capo is. It's so hard to say goodbye to yesterday. Oh, sorry. I thought it was Julie Virgo for a second. You're such a bad singer, Uni. Hey, so is she. I'm not allowed to joke about them. They're allowed to insult the living fuck out of me constantly and tell me they're going to destroy my channel, but I'm not allowed to joke about them, right? Now I'm the bad guy because I joked about them, right? Okay. Hold on. It's coming to me. The memories when we think about the pain. It's so hard. I'm a teenage girl, and I'm trying to sing just like Britney Spears, but I really suck at it. To say goodbye. That was 32 different octaves, but I'm counting them. Hold on. Yesterday. I'm like Mariah. Yeah. Oh, God. Okay. I'm just fucking joking, Julie. Stop fucking pissing your pants. Relax. Damn. You can insult me for 2 weeks, put me down for 2 weeks, while you're doing that, your entire basis to do it, your whole decision to do it is that Uni lied after telling us that he couldn't talk about stuff. So every time he couldn't talk about it or shut his mouth or stop talking when someone was asking him something, he's a liar. See, look, here's a clip of him saying what's going on, and then he gets interrupted, and then he thinks about it for a second, and then he doesn't say anything else about it. And he's a liar for that. Not that he told everybody he couldn't talk about it because he hired his attorney. No. Oh, I know. We're going to show that Uni didn't hire his attorney this time. That way we can still be right. Why is it about you? when I laugh, it ruins the entire fucking skit. So, where was I? Okay, hold on. I lost my train of thought. You know, we're going to prove that Uni didn't hire an attorney so that we can still be right. Okay. It's not about you being right. It's not about you. This is about my family being doxed. The dox that was sent to intimidate me through PayPal and harass me and my family was then posted publicly immediately, as much as you'll lie about it. And those are the facts. You then got mad at me, which is fine. I said it was fine. I didn't get mad at you. I said, hey, be as mad as you want. Just give me a couple weeks till we can really talk about all this. Y'all said that was fine. Then y'all had a mental breakdown because Spackle and Nerd and a few other people were out there just constantly arguing that you should be mad. Why did y'all not stop yourself and say, you don't get to argue for me to be mad. You should just show me the facts and evidence and give me your opinion. That's what we all do. Because someone that's arguing that you should change your mind and be mad, why? They shouldn't have to if they have the facts and evidence. Right? It's a good lesson for the community to sit and see that even people who spent years next to them, if they are going through a hard time, I won't go into it, but if they're going through a hard time or if something's wrong in their life, they might make the wrong decision on the internet. Who could have thought? Does that equate to some big giant public drama? Only when you are obsessed with Britney Spears. Only when you don't have any other content that you can do other than having a bunch of idiots come on and speculate about certain topics, making fools out of themselves, but for some reason thinking they're cooler than everybody else while they act like locals. So you've seen the letter. You know why my mother told me it was handwritten in the beginning. You know why I stopped talking about it before anything else happened. Right? There's nothing else that happened before I was told to shut up. But here we are now. The time that I had to shut up is gone. No, I won't go deep into the lawsuit, but I can talk about the stuff that the other party publicly posted if I have to. If I want to and if I have to, it is my choice. Oh, he's not going to tell us these details because he's lying to us and now we all have to turn on him. Well, you're worse than flatties then. How are you not a flat earther at that point? You never had to be here. I didn't force you here. I didn't employ you. You asked to be a moderator and I let you. I even saw Christina Ray go and lie in Julie's chat, which I never thought I'd see in my life. She said that she's been an active moderator, one of my top ones for the last 4 years, and she was only around for 2 months. She lied and said that Princess was one of my top moderators when she only had a moderation wrench because she was helping me on a video project, which happens with many people, by the way. All of these things, I think, are just knee-jerk reactions to the drama that they're being faced with, and I'm not judging any of those people for it. I am judging Spackle, Nerd, Julie, and a few others that I won't name. I'll judge them. And yes, you can say that I have to be held to a certain rule point, but you do too. That's how it works. No, I'm the Spackinator. I get to do whatever I want, but I can judge everybody to the strictest standard. Gee, who does that sound like? You know, it's almost like there's someone else who's acting like a certain lobster. Not me. Because I'm right here. Chat's open. Bring me the horrible things I did. Bring me your issues. Peeps. But I'm not sub to your channel. You're not a peep then. I'm not hearing from you right now. You'll have to sub for 5 minutes to be able to talk. Oh, what a restriction. What a restriction. Oh, I'm going to drink an entire thing of orange juice tonight, and it's probably going to give me an upset stomach, and then I'm going to cry. Because I'm a dumb man, and I do those things all the time. That's me. Let's go. Hold up. I haven't even started yet. I got orange juice beard, and I don't care. Or that's a good song. Orange juice beard, and I don't care. What? I'm trying to be like Julie. Come on, y'all love it when she does that. You don't like it when I do. Oh, come on, man. Woo! Jessica, my mind and yours are one in the universe. BHB is in the chat. DSP's wife is downstairs crying. Light it up, Biz! Oh, you narcissist, that's you! That's you, that's not the emblem of the show. You're a narcissist. You're a narcissist because you put that on there, Bizzy. Ha 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 ha. This is what y'all wanted. I'm not talking to my peeps. This is what y'all wanted. Not talking to my peeps. They are my peeps. People that hang around with the vet bashing racist doxer and don't care, they're not my peeps. You ain't my peeps. Oh my god, we're destroying Uni's channel. He lost 400 subscribers from rockAlot. You know why? Do you know why they try to claim that they're destroying the channel by attacking me, right? Is because I checked around. There's a lot of channels that had to do with criticizing Molly that have been losing subs lately. A lot of them. And it's weird because, of course, you know, when you look at sub loss on a channel, you look at the percentage. Percentage of subs lost compared to the size. It's how you can kind of compare everybody to one point, to one little point. Because if you only got 500 subs and you've lost 400 subs, oh no, I only lost 5. Yeah, but you only have 100 subs. So you're doing worse than me. But the point is, no, see, what happened is the drama that they've done probably lost us 150 or 200 subs. And the downturn of the topic has probably lost us 150 to 200 subs. And I'm sure that there's other reasons a few people left, and I'm sure there's a few people that many people joined. But this is normal YouTube. You're just fast forwarding a little bit. You're helping me out. Taking a couple dead subscribers off the channel. It's only a good thing. Oh, this is a new Uni opinion. This isn't something I said months ago. Oh no, I know, right? Just lie all you want. Lie all you want. I don't blame people for what they type in a live chat, but sometimes I can respond to it, especially when they're out there publicly screaming a lot. Because you notice that they have all these standards and things like, oh, people are backstabbers, and oh, if someone's upset about something, they should say it to them if they talk to them about everything else. And oh, you know, all someone's standards go out the window when they need to be right. Right? Right. I don't need to be right. I don't care. Now listen to this one about any of you in relation to this lawsuit, because they have attacked my family. If y'all lived around me, I would care about you. But since this is the internet, those things are separated. I have to be honest with you. Now, most of you would tell me, good, Uni, that's how it should be. But that's the thing. These people do care because they're expecting things from me. Things they know they can't get at that time. So that's the problem. Let's find out why they're mad. And those people who constantly talk about how I can't believe that community and all their drama. Nerd. Oh man, those dramatic communities. Spackle. I won't name anyone else because those are the creators in the bunch. Haven't you looked in the mirror lately? Well then, oh, good. You're still yourselves. You didn't lie the whole time. Great. I don't think you did. I would like to know what your problems are, what your issues are. So let me know. I didn't say you had to come talk to me. You don't have to now. I don't have to talk to you behind the scenes about it now because I can talk about it publicly now. So I'd like to know what your problems are so we can move on. Is that Diamond Cutter? Hey, I will hold my head up. I always do. Whenever I tuck it down, I end up tripping or falling or bumping into something. It's horrible. No, I'm just kidding. Thank you. Wow. Diamond Cutter. I appreciate you very much. Hell, I'll put you on my peeps list. Let me see how many subs I can get you and how many times I can shout you out in the next month. I'm not joking either. I'll do that. I just don't think I'm popular enough to get you much, but we'll see. I know that's not why you donoed, and I'm not kidding. I'm being serious. I think it'd be funny if, we did that. Like, all of us go sub to Diamond Cutter, and then people will go out there and go, Uni's out there running a cult because someone donated money to him when he started streaming again, and then he said he'd have everybody sub to their channels, and yeah, man, we have great commentary on this channel. Woo! Britney Spears. No, I'm just kidding. Actually, I was mimicking nonsense there. I shouldn't have said Britney Spears. I should have said, I'm better than everybody else, smarter than everybody else, and know everything about everything, and everybody else is stupid. I'm going to be nonsense. No, you can't joke about them. They can sling literal insults, and you can't joke about them. Hey, where are all the peeps that have been around for a good minute? Where you at? Oh, you're here, I know. Hey, are you telling me to stop yet? Because you know what's coming, don't you? You do? You know what happened, don't you? Right? Did I not warn you? You know I did? Good. Okay. Because the goalpost now is going to shift. But instead of talking about what's going to happen in the future, I'm going to tell you about something that happened in the past. Then we're going to get back to watching Julie's commentary for the next couple weeks. That's pretty funny. So let's look back on a few communities. Let's talk about the flat earth debunking community really quick, just for a second. Yes, it relates to what we're talking about. The flat earth debunking community was a bunch of unrelated channels who had all decided that they were going to do a specific kind of content. See, I had a run-in with this dude, Jaronism. I don't know if you all remember him. Wow, you remember that guy, don't you? He thought the earth was flat. So everybody made fun of him and he sucked, right? No, he ended up getting like 300 or 400,000 subs by telling people that the earth was flat. Now, most of it was religion, honestly. He would deny it, but it was religious based. So anyway, I ended up debunking Jaronism and going at him and a few of his friends, and it ended up pulling me into this giant community of people because this movie came out called Beyond the Curve. Now, if you have... What is Beyond the Curve on Netflix? If you have Beyond the Curve, just search for it. And you can watch it. It might even be free on YouTube by now. You will not be disappointed because it's hilarious. It's very hilarious. When I watched that show, I had already criticized some flat earthers. In fact, I had already interviewed a flat earther long ago because I debunked conspiracies. That's what I did. So if there was a popular one on the platform, which there aren't any now because YouTube changed the rules and they don't share that kind of content anymore. But if there was one that was popular back then, we would debunk it. We would talk about it. We would talk about why it's not true, talk about why people believe it. We would understand it. And everything. The same thing we do here with this FraudRaiser stuff, the communities on YouTube, same thing, just you could probably imagine. Great. So, I appreciate all you have done. It far outweighs anything else. Diamond Cutter. Wow. No, I do appreciate hearing that. Thank you. Because it's been a while since I've heard anything positive, not because I, just because I didn't stream, and you don't realize like how weird YouTube is until you take a break. Because honestly, that was one of my bigger breaks. Yes, I came back a few times, did a few things, but it was one of my bigger breaks. And you never really, you really do benefit from touching grass. Now, the ironic thing is I spend a major amount of time in the woods. It's just part of my whole religious thing, okay? My religion is all about these messianic figures who ended up going, whenever they needed to think, they would go into the desert because they were in a desert area. So I tried to, you know, take their lead, and I go out into the woods and think, and I record footage out there, and it's actually worked really good. But no, of course, listen, guys, again, where did we start into this community? 2,000 subs. And by the time this is all done, we had about 7,800 people. Yeah, I fail to realize how going from 8,200 to 7,800 is the death of a channel, especially when all the people that left hadn't even been watching anyway. Right? Well, look, there's CR. Hello. I know I'm such a horrible person because I turned on subscriber only mode. You have to be sub for 5 minutes to talk. And when we get stream sniped, I'm going to be turning on member only mode, just so y'all know. Those of you that want to be members for that, you can or you can't. It's up to you. So, because there are childish creators that are out there saying that I should have taken this subject seriously on YouTube more than I did. I think I took it very seriously on YouTube considering what happened. They think that I did something so bad in how I didn't take the subject more seriously, not in real life, on YouTube, have made major judgments against me for how I handled things, and then attacked me nonstop since. Now, you can tell the difference between criticism and an attack very, very easily. You know what? I think we're going to end up seeing that tonight on Julie's channel. Let's get to the Virginator here. Bye 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 bye. My hair looks good. Okay. The live tab. Where's the live stream? Where's all these live streams? Where did they all go? What? What the fuck? Wait a minute. Where did all of it go? Guys, help me. Where did it all go? There was a bunch after this one. 2, I think. Or is this the one from last night? This isn't the one from last night, is it? Hey, next time, look, what you do is I think you added a little bit of a red or orange filter over me right here. By the way, I think that's a great thumbnail. Here's what I would have done, though. I would have added an auto sharpening filter. You can use it whether it's in GIMP, which is graphical image manipulated program that's the open source, or Photoshop. But before I did that, I would have added more of a gradient orange to a higher opacity before adding the sharpen layer, in order so it more looked like I was burning in the fire. But it's a great thumbnail. 10 out of 10 thumbnail game here. This one, no, not so. I get it. I get what you're doing. I do get it. I think the meme is okay. But you needed to represent him as a lobster. Maybe you could have made me a little lobsterish too, but yeah, I don't think this works. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm done. I love the block feature. I'm not arguing with people that just don't want the truth. They want their narrative. Ellen, I love it too. And I didn't just change my chat for no reason. I changed my chat because I modeled my chat off of the people that have been criticizing me. I went and looked and seen, do they have member only mode on? Do they have subscriber only mode on? Do they have no slow mode? And I did exactly what they do. And I'm going to wait and see how they attack me for it. Won't that be nice? They won't even look in the mirror at all. It just keeps proving me right over and over and over. And again, I don't want to be right. I don't care to be anything on this platform about this attack on my family. But since you find it so entertaining, I'm done with you. Oh, you think I have lost subscribers? No, you've lost a creator is what you've done. You lost the UNIROCK. I'm not gonna do it. Okay, that shtick. I'll do that shtick later, please. I need some more orange juice. Can I save that? Okay, I'll do that shtick after we react to it. Okay, great. Thanks, guys. Okay. What are we doing tonight? You tell me. Let's get this thing moving. Let's get it going. You know, I wanted to come back here and do a bunch of good content and shit, but you know what? If we want to sit and waste our time, I don't know why I'm ejecting. As long as I'm wasting it with you, I don't care. Let's waste our time together, why don't we? Let's waste our time together. So, hey, all the haters, do me a solid. Get the fuck out of here. What? No, y'all said you wanted to see if my channel was dead. I want all the haters to get the fuck out of here. Goodbye. Get the fuck out. See ya. Okay. Now, no singing. Okay. All right. Now, don't just delete messages, y'all. Okay, when it comes to moderation, tonight we are introducing a new beautiful thing that I have created for my moderators in order to help them out. I don't think that moderators make enough money. And until I can pay them more than zero, I am going to do what I can to make things cool for them. And how are we going to do that? Well, first, I'm going to turn Bizzy's damn voice down because it's pissing me off. One more time. It is not that loud. I literally have my volumes right here. It was not that loud. It went up to here. Red is here. It went up to here. Okay. So here we go. Let's go ahead and do this real quick. I'm going to introduce a new, I spent all night programming this, coding this for you, mods. And let me go ahead and hook you up. Now, I'm introducing moderation level nuclear 6.0. Shut up, PewDiePie. Give me another $500 now or I'm going to freak out. You didn't know that? You didn't know PewDiePie gave me $500? It was really awesome. Really nice dude, that PewDiePie. Okay. Typically, we only go up to nuclear level 5, which means my mods are in full control. I don't care if they get pissed or if they're not pissed. They're in control. Now, typically on nuclear level 3, if they get pissed, they're not allowed to moderate. They got to be on, and nuclear level 1 means they don't moderate hardly at all. So, going to nuclear level 5, all night I figured out how to get it to 6. So I went over to the Stream Combobulator 6000 and I was sitting there typing all this code in all night, right? No, I just took the knob and turned and pulled and it was really hard and I was like, eh! And every time I would do it, it would move like this much and I did it like 4 more times until it went to 6. So now we're at chat level nuclear 6. My mods will be on full banness. No timing out, no removing messages, just fucking ban the trolls. Oh, you're going to criticize me for that. Why wouldn't you be criticizing the person who was sending people over here all night last night? Or the person who was trying to manipulate my votes like they were being slick or something? You know, most people will go and talk about how cringy it is that somebody who attacked somebody else for 2 weeks straight when they literally knew that they couldn't respond at all wouldn't even care. They would just watch the person once they finally came back on. It's not like they would just shit their pants and freak the fuck out and beg and shit for me to change my title and try to use a cancer fundraiser to get me to change my title without any of those people in the chat criticizing them at all. Damn, your side is looking better and better and better this whole time, and I must be a complete and horrible narcissist to respond logically. Got it. All right. This isn't from yesterday, is it? I mean, I could be wrong. No, Rose, it is not true that Bizzy left me for Teaspiracy and Leon. You stay out of this. He actually is right there. And he promised me he's spending no time talking to Teaspiracy at all. None. I just said none. That's what you told me. Get off the... Why are you sending a text message right now? Yes, you are. I literally can see your little shitty little fingers pressing the phone. Show me it then. Oh, you're not gonna. You're texting Bob. Okay. You swear? Swear it's Bob? I believe you. You wouldn't lie to me. I've known you for years. He's not texting Teaspiracy, he's texting Bob. Yes, but I swear to God, there was like 2 streams after this. Where are they? Pugs, you didn't do anything to me. What are you talking about? Listen to me closely, all of you. Not just Pugs. Pugs, I love you. I mean it. I've been flirting with you for like months. Why would I all of a sudden stop? No, I'm just kidding. Pugs flirts with me a little bit, so I make jokes about it, you know. I love Pugs. I love everybody. I'm not mad at anybody. I've literally named the people who I have an issue with, which is Nerd and Spackle and a few others, but I've named them. I don't have an issue with anybody else. I mean, I don't care. I don't even care if you guys give opinions in chats. Like, oh God, Uni's going to see me typing here. No, I'm not. I don't watch it till after. I let people say what they're going to say. You know, half the time I don't even watch it. But if I do see you talking shit on me in a chat, it's not going to hurt my feelings, guys. Like, chats are you speaking your mind. And if you think someone's being honest with you about something I've done and you're speaking your mind, if I judged you on that, I think I would be wrong. So I wait and see what you come and say to me in my chat, and I talk to you. I will, if you think I have a problem with you, just come talk to me. You can always not only unsub for me, you can ban me afterwards. You know? I'm not going to attack you. I'm not going to be mad at you. The only people I'm arguing with, it's not an entire live chat. I don't care about that. They're viewers. Let them think what they think. I am talking to people that decided by their own accord. YouTube got the videos out of order yesterday. There are no other videos. They are the 2. Thank you, Janie. Appreciate you checking for me, because I swear there were 2 others, but it's probably just whatever. Oh, are these the 2 newest ones? Oh, yeah. 19 hours ago, 1 day ago, it did get them out of order. Thank you. Thank you. I would have never even noticed that. I just assume. So thank you, Janie. Okay. Just try to remind me then, because when we get up to these, I want to play them in order, if you will, please. So if you guys are here when we get up to these, if I do click on the earliest or the later one, it'll be the... Wait a minute. Did YouTube get them out of order, or am I? No, I'm getting them out of order. No, YouTube did get them out of order. What am I talking about? Jesus Christ! Anyway... When we get to the ones that are out of order, I want to do this one before I do this one, is what I'm trying to tell you. So just remind me if I mess it up, okay? Thank you. Helen says I didn't kick anybody out of Discord. That was Spackle and another moderator. Was not me at all. If somebody got kicked, look, don't judge us by what happened on Discord. Discord was a mess. We not only had, listen to this shit, I hadn't even told you guys this. We not only had weird things happening with the Discord, there were 2 people that were administrators in my Discord who, I'm not going to go into the whole thing, but they deleted the audit log. So, okay, look, here's what's up. All right, Discord has a thing called, the audit log will be right here. So the audit log, here's a log. Okay, audit, and then it's on a log, so that's the audit log. All right, now this right here is owner privileges. All right, owner privileges, then you've got admin privileges, then you've got mod privileges, then you've got member privileges, then you've got Discord people privileges, and then you've got join privileges. All right. Now, we're going to ignore all of these. These are very obvious. All right. We're going to ignore this. This is very obvious. Moderators are just regular viewers who are around a lot and are wanting to moderate, which means they have proven that they can be fair about kicking someone that's throwing out anti-TOS stuff like threatening people, threatening to beat people up or something, and racist stuff or anything like that, doxing, anything like that. So anyone that goes out and tries to claim, because I was a moderator, I was all these things. No, you weren't. You were that. You're lying about anything more than that, and you know it. Admins are the same as moderators when it comes to how they are looked at. Moderators are the same as you when it comes to how you are looked at. The ownership of the channel is the same as admin. It's how it's all looked at. Why? Because we all vote, we all talk, we don't just make decisions. And because there was emergencies happening with people, I'm not going to say what, of course, because it's up to them to say it. But because of that, the admin, there were two admins, Spackle and someone else, that had to kick some people. And I had typed in, hey, do your thing. I just said, look, it's up to you. There's too much going on. Nobody's around. A lot of people were getting death threats, all this other garbage, and do what you want. So they kicked some people. Now, after the people were kicked, sometime between midnight and 8 a.m., a person went against me, went against the channel, went against all of you, went against all the other people that they are supposedly friends with. They not only deleted some stuff out of the server, who knows why? I don't know why. You don't know why. We'll never know why. They cleared the audit log so that no one would ever know what they did. And then somehow, most likely they created a sock account and gave it privileges and had it hiding in there so that we didn't. When you have ownership roles to a channel, you can make a sock account invisible to everybody else and give it ownership powers so they can do things after they leave with their main account. And that's exactly what they did. And then they ended up deleting a bunch of the rooms. So, of course, when we had to make a decision, we did, not me. In fact, we made a decision as a group to, I came in and tagged all of you. We made a decision to nuke it. Okay. Now, I posted the nuke and I said, we're going to have meetings and talk about this. I had no idea anyone would care, because if there are people that want to keep using the server, knowing that the majority of people have left and they're not concerned about, whether what we would have to do in order to try to get somebody out that might be like imitating another person or messing with other accounts. When you have ownership roles, they could just create let's say, pick a random person. Pugs, since you asked, I'll pick you, but I'm not picking on you. I promise. I love you. So pick Pugs, and they could just make their account look exactly like Pugs, and so that when we're scanning through, we think it's Pugs, and that could be the sock account they were using to delete rooms and do shit later. So what we decided to do was nuke the server and had meetings for it. Why would anyone care? They could just come to the meeting and say, yeah, I'm going to stay in the server and don't nuke it. Well, Julie actually was still there at this time. She witnessed all of this. So we ended up trying to do 5 meetings. So we'll do a meeting now. I'm going to be busy and shit, so it's probably going to be like 12 to 18 hours from now, but we'll do another meeting at some other time. Whatever, okay? Now, before we even got to the 5 meetings, I think we did either 4 or 3 meetings, the administrators and moderators met and decided to nuke the server. So I had done a few meetings. And this is like before Julie left. This is before, all this other garbage happened. But again, we weren't just making a decision like some people have been out there lying and saying. We were literally asking everybody, what's your take on it? What do you want to do? What do you want me to do? What do you want us to do? So we didn't do the nuke. After the first meeting, even though Julie knew that I had not claimed anything about death threats or anything, that was people that she is hanging out with right now. Literally told her and everyone else that they had been getting death threats and that they had been having these things going on. Everybody knew that this was happening. Of course, there was a troll doing it, obviously. I think I know who. Anyway, the point is that you know, you remember that she started saying, you're just doing this to stomp everyone's criticism. I'm like, the only people that are criticizing me are you, Irish, and a few others. You guys are welcome in the main server because Julie was already there. Julie was been in the main server before she ever came to that server. So she's literally lying. I called her out for it. I said, Julie, what the fuck are you even saying? You're in the other goddamn server. You're going to come over to the other server after we handle this, and you're going to sit and yell at me for days, and I'm not going to mind. So stop it. But she is so thin-skinned. You can't talk to Julie when she makes her fucking mind up. Oh, you don't believe me? Try it. No, she says she's open to anybody going to her and asking her why she's doing this and what's going on and everything. Okay, fine. What'll happen if somebody goes to Julie and literally tells her exactly what I've been saying over here? We were doxed from the start. It was not a cease and desist. I just showed you the damn letter. It's not a fucking cease and desist. And I have no right to take it as one. You didn't sign it. You didn't stamp it. You didn't letterhead it. And it was typed like a fucking 5-year-old. Get the fuck out of here. But I never said that it wasn't written a cease and desist. Oh, I went and checked. Y'all saw it. We checked. Actually, we might have checked about the other thing. But the cease and desist is there. I told everybody that cease and desist was in the letter. And I told everybody that it wasn't a fucking cease and desist and why. It didn't even have the authority of a cease and desist. It had the authority to let me know that he wants me to shut up about him and he wants me to delete some videos. That's the only authority it had. I already knew that. I didn't need him doxing my family, intimidating them and threatening them and sharing their information around publicly, which he did from the jump, you liars. I didn't need that to know what he sent me. That's why it's harassment and intimidation and all the other things it is. Duh. I've been saying it since the beginning. So, if somebody fucking says that to Julie, you know what she'll say? Oh, you're just doubling down. That's what she'll say. You're doubling down. Oh, you're doubling down. You're doubling down, Uni. She'll say it to you. She'll say, oh, you're just brainwashed. It doesn't matter that it's fucking true. That's the problem. Now, the only thing I can say to people doing that, I explained this last night, I'll do it quick. They are, of course, they got emotionally angry due to a bunch of drama and bullshit and some things they didn't like me doing. Again, I don't give a fuck if they didn't like for what I did. I did the best thing I could do through this whole thing. I haven't even heard one of them tell me what I should have done fucking differently after the Queen Bee bullshit. And they dropped that shit real quick when they realized that they were fucking lying about it. I tagged Queen more than any other fucking YouTuber would, but yet I'm supposed to treat other people like they're the fucking queen of the world and not expect them to come and talk to me? Fuck you. You have some responsibility too. You're an adult too. I can only do what I'm required to do, right? I went above what I thought I had to do, which was tag her in Discord, let her know what was going on. I did do that. They are lying to you. I have shown it. People have seen it. It's known now. And went above that to YouTube, and she was live, and she recognized that I wanted her to watch my video. She recognized it. People were literally typing to her or something, or maybe they were on panel. I might have misunderstood it, but they told her this is what's going on with Uni while it was happening. She was live while it was happening, and I'm not mad at her. I probably should be about certain things. I don't care. It's not like I said. I'm worried about my family and life when it comes to this issue. You want to have a bad opinion on it, have a bad opinion on it. You want to attack me on it, lie. Those things will reflect back on you, not me. What will reflect on me is what I chose to do about the letter and about what happened. Not from a YouTube standpoint. I'm the one being judged on this from the real life standpoint, thus why you all look so fucking stupid. Yes, I'm talking to Julie and them. You won't even explain these major points. All you want to do is sit and harp about some dumb shit. Well, I just showed you that I didn't lie about the fucking letter. But Uni, when they said that the letter was handwritten and you said yes, and then you wouldn't continue talking after they interrupted you on Queen's panel, that means you're being dishonest. No, it didn't mean I'm being dishonest. It means that, you know, if you would have fucking let me talk, I would have said exactly that. With the truth. But once I thought about it, I'm like, fuck, I'm not supposed to be saying this live. I went into Queen's panel to get her to talk to me behind the scenes. You all know this. Oh, moving the fucking goalpost. I'm mad at Uni because he did this instead of doing this with the letter. That's how this is supposed to work, or with the docs, or with this. Make your statement. Make your charge against me. I've made mine against you. Though, the minute I respond to their charges, logically, relevant, not lying, showing evidence, they move the goalpost to here. Oh, no, Uni, handwritten and da-ba-da-da-ba-da-ba. Okay, well, now they move it to here the minute I respond. And if you want to hear this happening live, you can go listen to me talk to Teaspiracy on Twitter Space on my Twitter. Because that's exactly what she did. And I was even nice enough to sit and tell her, you're going to look like a fool here. Oh, but you look like a fool, Uni. I probably did, but I don't care. I was doxxed and it's about my family. I'm not doing YouTube shit revolving around that. You can try to force me all you want. I'm nice enough that if I've been communicating with you, to talk to you privately and give you the facts, and you can make up your mind whether you hate me or not based on how I reacted to the docs and the intimidation lawsuit. The intimidation lawsuit. The frivolous one. Oh, you want details on that? Listen to the last stream. So in the end, I have been demanded to do a billion things. I've done them all. I want to know from these people what I did wrong. And I want them to recognize if I've responded to that with my response, and then explain why they still hold that opinion when they're lying about the original event, because that's what you would logically do. If they don't want to do that, that's fine. They can just admit that they're angry, or they were lying, or they were confused, or that they're stupid, or whatever it is. By the way, I admit that I'm dumb all the time. It's not an insult. And we can all move on. But what we saw last night was someone just attacking me over this subject. That's what we saw. And this is YouTube. It's fine to do that. But yes, Julie, everyone's going to hate you for it. If you would have decided to sit and attack nonsense, even though I don't like her now, if you would have done that back then when she talked about her CPA CMA, the CMA awards, fucking the kid docs thing that they did, and you would have attacked her for it, everybody would have hated you for that too. You're not going to just say, but it's UNIROCK, so we can act however we want. No, you can't. You still did this to someone, regardless that it's me. I don't know if you just thought Uni won't care because he gives everybody second chances. I don't know if you were even thinking, okay? But I did care about you enough to tell you to slow down and think about what you're doing. I tried to give you the facts. You refused them. It's on you. Now it's on you. And anyone that's sitting there riding with her, ride with her forever. You have everyone's blessing. I'm not playing. You got everybody's blessing. Subscribe to her, support her, ride with her forever. But make sure you're going to hold her to the same standard you held me to. Oh, you haven't been this whole time. That's because you're hypocrites. That's why you can stay there. Yes, nerd. Yes, spackle. You can stay there. Goodbye. Oh my God, this orange juice is like literally angel piss. It's so good. What do you say? It's like, it's from heaven. It's so good. My heavens. It was on sale too, or I wouldn't be drinking it. I find all this confusing and complicated. It's not. I was doxxed from the beginning, and I tried so hard to let them know that, and they attacked me for it. They won't apologize because I would just let it go. And they want to keep riding this drama train instead of just being happy and having a community. It's fine. Anytime any of you decide you don't want to watch, decide you don't want to be here, decide that you want to go and hang out on a channel that's attacking me, I am not going to hate you for it. Go do your thing. This is YouTube, okay? But there are things that, are going to result in this kind of thing happening. And I don't know, man. I don't know what to say. I didn't fucking do it. I got doxxed. I did what I was supposed to do. I can't even believe that I did such a good job of keeping my mouth shut about things for 2 fucking weeks. I can't believe it. Like, I figured I would have came out here and just said it all in the fucking beginning and just fucked up, and then everybody would have attacked me for that and talked about how I'm like Steve McRae and shit and all these people that have lawsuits. I didn't try to use my lawsuit to make fucking money at all. I didn't use the drama from it at all. Didn't make no money while I was quiet. So anyway, where were we though? Right here.
I've got to be.
So this is where we are. But before we go here, we're going to spend a nice chunk of time scaring some of the viewers away while I talk to my live chat. Because you were probably going to want to find it to do something more entertaining to do, and I don't blame any of you. Manna from heaven. Yeah, Kathy. You know, yeah, that would be better. I was just saying it's what the things that they even throw away from heaven are that good. But yeah, I get what you're saying. How come no one has screenshotted it recording since JLR in media in lots of following? No one has screenshot it? What are you talking about, Boston? You got to tell me. I don't know what the it is. Let me know. I'd like to see how well they react if the situation was vice versa, says Jessica. Oh, I'd love to see it. I'd love to see what they would do then. I mean, wouldn't I be defending the living fuck out of her like I did AZ? In fact, you can just rewind back to how Julie reacted when AZ was being attacked by you-know-who. And I've looked at that, and I'm going to have to watch a little more about that subject, because I think what he did was threaten to go to her home and shit. I don't think he released anything publicly at first, but they said it was a dox from the beginning. I agreed with them and defended them, but it makes no sense that they considered that a dox from the beginning, but they're not considering mine. They won't answer these things. They won't answer it. They won't explain it. I've been asking AZ and Julie this question, and they won't explain it. They won't explain anything. They just want to say, you weren't doxed, you lied about being doxed, and you're a bad person, Uni. And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? And that's when I realized that AZ and Julie decided that they couldn't get anything else from being around me or whatever. And they saw this as an opportunity to jump on some drama that was going on. Because, of course, Nonsense, Whispers, Heels, and a bunch of them, the Go Lightly crew, has decided that they're just going to go around attacking people now that Molly's gone, which is fine. They can do what they want. You know, and they wanted to jump on that drama, and if they want to say it's not true, they would answer these responses, because what have they been asking from me this whole time? They want to know why I did certain things. They want more information about this. They want more information about that. Yet, do you know, they only wanted to talk to me publicly. They only wanted to talk to me publicly. On purpose. You can't make money off of coming to talk to me in private, because one of the first things you have to agree to is not to talk about what we're going to talk about and see until the lawyer releases us, which will be soon. And they took that and said, oh my God, you're being just like Lobster Man, and you're trying to brainwash us without even coming to talk to me. Now, they could come and talk to me anytime they wanted something from me. They came to me asking me to share a fundraiser. They came to me asking me to be in it and have my audience go there and donate money. I said, okay. They came to me wanting me to fucking have them come on my show, have them come on my spaces, have them fucking, you know, be around all the time. And I said, okay. Supported the living shit out of them anytime. They knew one thing. They knew one thing, and they can't deny this, that while they were around, they could have asked me for anything, and I would have given it to them if it was logical, you know, if it made sense. Because asking my audience to donate and give their money to someone is a pretty big thing to ask. Okay? And I did everything they wanted. But they literally can't explain anything. You go to get information from them and they'll say, I'm not talking about that. Because I told AZ, we were doxed from the get-go. When I was talking to her, we were. We've been doxed since the beginning. And you're just lying because it was publicly shared. Immediately after it was publicly shared, thus proving I wasn't lying in the beginning. She said, I'm not talking about that. We're not going to agree. I'm not talking about that. And those of you that are going to say, I don't believe you, AZ wouldn't act like that, it's on my Twitter. Just scroll down and listen to it. I think she even reacted to it on her show. I would just be worried that she probably cut some parts out of it. So I would make sure to listen on my Twitter space from the beginning. For someone that really liked AZ and you're just confused about this, just go watch it, okay? You'll hear me just sitting there telling her. I'll answer any problem you have with me that's not about the lawsuit. If you want to talk about the lawsuit, I'm not telling you I won't talk to you. I'm telling you I'll talk to you in private. AZ knew that if she wanted to, I would have gotten on the phone while I was at my lawyer's office and let her talk to my lawyer, and she still did this to me. Julie knew that too. Now, you're going to say, shut up, Uni. Nuh-uh. Yes, when they asked me to go live, they said they didn't believe me about the letter. Julie and Spackle and Navy and a few other people. I said, okay, fine. I went live in Discord in the room I was in with them so that they could watch me walk, watch me drive, and be with me the whole time. I went there, got the letter, let them interview my mother, and then showed them the fucking letter. And everybody in the community knows this. And they still, that was the first thing that happened. And they still did this to me. Why am I talking about it publicly? Well, gee, I wonder. They have been begging me to respond, and they have been telling people that I won't respond because I'm lying or something. Another thing that I was pissed about because they knew that that was the opposite. So we're all caught up. And I appreciate you asking because, again, we haven't only been back for a day, really, able to respond. I did do some stuff while I was down, but I couldn't respond to this stuff. Now I can. Okay? Nonsense gets no views unless it's Uni. Well, you guys are the only ones giving her those views then. So you should probably just stop giving her the views. You don't have to. It's up to you guys. I always tell you guys, you can watch whatever you want. But if it is true that nonsense gets no views unless it's Uni, then that's from you guys. She's clickbaiting you guys in there. And she's probably going to do that forever. Why wouldn't she? She can't talk about Molly anymore. So she's trying to prove that instead of her continuing to go against tragedy pimps, instead of her continuing to go against people that do fraud raisers, people that attack people like Dre and shit like that, she's just showing you that the reason she was attacking Molly the whole time was for some YouTube money and some YouTube content. There's a reason why she projected the entirety of the time about how she doesn't monetize. She doesn't want to make money while she was sharing her pay links, super chats, and memberships. There's a reason why. I don't know why anybody didn't catch on to her grift this whole time. But, you know, she says I'm grifting. But then again, she is too incompetent to realize that you're not just saying I'm grifting if you call me a grifter. You're saying that every YouTuber that does what I am doing is grifting. So you're saying many people are, including Queen and others. Because I do the same thing everybody else does. From the money standpoint. Okay, I'm trying to get my camera to see how it's flickering. I'm trying to fix that real quick and then we'll get started. But I want to talk to you guys first anyway. So that's a perfect thing for me to fix the camera, talk to you guys, then we can start. They are saying, why don't you stop talking about this while talking about nothing but this? Lol, lol, lol. I already told them why I'm talking about this. They don't have to ask why I'm talking about it or wonder why I'm talking about it. I've already told them I'm going to react to every video of AZ's and Julie's. I'm going to respond to all of them, and I'm going to demand them to actually respond to my points. They won't do it because they're trolls, and then we're never going to talk to them again, and they can fuck the fuck right off. I mean, it's really simple, Julie. It's really simple, AZ. It's really simple, everybody else that's wondering. Oh, my God! Hey, honey, will you do me a solid? Oh, I didn't know you. Hold on, I'll do it. I just need these lights off. I'm going to go low light for tonight because it just looks stupid. It's because when she came to YouTube, Nonsense pretended to be somebody she wasn't to worm her way in and then flipped the script over once her money cow was banned. Just saying. No, exactly. Yeah, you just said it. Most YouTubers or content creators or grifters. Pretty true, Mike. Pretty true. Now, I do disagree that somebody with a Patreon or with a membership or PayPal link is a grifter. I disagree. I think the people that put pressure on you. No, I'm not saying they can't talk about their life. I'm not saying they can't tell the truth. I'm not saying that they can't tell you to donate every hour or have a timer that tells you to donate or anything, or moderators that'll say it sometimes. I think that if you don't want to go beyond where you're just offering them the ability to support the content. That's not grifting, in my opinion. Now, I fully recognize that there are people like Afro Gamer Guy, one of my favorite creators, who left the platform because him and his family, his girlfriend, were all viciously doxed by people that supported the creators that he would criticize. But he was a great creator. He considered me a grifter, and I respected his opinion. He thought if you had a PayPal or a Patreon, you're a grifter, that you should just make content and be happy with it. And I used to agree, because in the beginning of YouTube, we got paid. We got paid by ad revenue. Even if you only got 5,000-10,000 views per video, you made a paycheck back then. 5,000 to 10,000 views gets you pennies now. Like, you can't depend on ad revenue unless you're making a lot of views. You make 100,000 views a video once a week, you might be able to maybe get by. That's how bad it is. And it's why you've seen people go to the daily upload, constant upload, over the thing that will really keep their audience, which is commentary 10-minute videos that have a lot of production. You can't do it unless you have a team. But you can't have a team unless you've got money. And there comes the loop. How do you be a regular creator like we used to be and be able to maintain? You have to have a Patreon and a PayPal link to even get by now. And if people really like you, they'll use it. And if you don't do a good job, then you won't get much money. But the last thing you ever try to do is, go beyond that. And that's my opinion, but I respect other opinions, right? It's not a bad thing to be a grifter, but some people take it to another level, says Mike. Well, yeah, and again, it's about definitions. Grifting, okay, so here's my definition of grifting. Grifting is where you aren't just giving them an option. I guess that's the best way to say it. So it's where you move into the taking advantage of people. It's where you move from not taking advantage of people into taking advantage of people. That's grifting. So yes, I consider Nonsense a pretty big grifter. Her content was about how she doesn't want to make any money from this while monetizing heavily and attacking people and calling them grifters and just defaming and lying. And she's a very negative, nasty person inside and out. And the thing is, there are a lot of people out there, because this is the internet, where you will give them the benefit of the doubt because they are doing something good and they turned out to be a troll. So you could say to yourself, how do you avoid that? You stop being positive to other YouTubers. You just worry about yourself. Now, why is that a problem in this scenario? Because, excuse me, but I didn't give myself enough time to chill after I ate. Sorry. I'm being a DSP pig. What do they call them? A money pig. The point that her content was constantly about how she's not going to monetize and it being a lie is why she's a grifter. She could have just been honest the whole time. I plan on monetizing at some point. I'm not doing it now. She could have been honest the whole time. Monetizing is fine. Members and super chats and money is fine. You don't lie to everybody. Go ahead and turn it on and then attack other people that are, doing the same thing. You know what I'm saying? And for really bad commentators, what they don't understand is you can't just go around saying, I don't like this person, so now I'm going to criticize them. If that was true, I would have criticized Afro Gamer Guy when I realized he was calling me a grifter. Fine, I'm going to shoot back at you. That's not what criticism is. People come in. It's clickbait when you are lying on someone else so that you can criticize them. That's why I said clickbait is not a good thumbnail or a very expressive thumbnail. A clickbait or the bad part of something, again, has to move into the taking advantage of other people. It has to move into lying to people. It has to move into basing what you do on attacking people. It's a very thin line between criticizing and attacking, and that's why it's easy to fail as a criticizer. And what a lot of these people aren't realizing is that they've presented themselves as a commentator or criticizer, and once they got angry and couldn't control their emotions, they decided that they were going to lie, to attack other people. They're going to let their emotions lead them into the decisions they make due to the fact that they're angry at someone or whatever it is, and that will be the basis for some people's attacks on others. The audience's challenge is to go through each side and see, who's lying and who's telling the truth. And you're going to be faced with this every community, everywhere you go on YouTube. Sometimes it won't be as obvious. Sometimes you'll go into a community, you got 10 creators, and you realize one of them just seems like everything he's doing is fake or something. But the community is based on people going out and giving money to a homeless person or going out and buying a church a bunch of stuff, and so you get a bunch of views. This dude seems like he's lying. It seems like he's not, like this is all fake. It's all staged or something, right? And so that might be an example of how you're going to bump into this kind of concept. Or it could be in a drama community that somebody gets mad at another creator because of them getting more views or more attention, or they're not doing what you want. So you threaten them with a false strike, and when they actually don't just lay down for you and they actually call you out back respectfully, you go and get your friends and decide that you're going to turn that person into the pariah of your community. So the thing is, when Nonsense and Heels in the Air did this to me, I wasn't sitting there like, oh no, oh God, you're going to attack me, no. Because again, I didn't do it. I'm just sitting here like, wow, that's a really dumb thing to do in this community. Go ahead and look at where it got them all. They're literally now relying on clickbait, lies, and drama in order to get, whatever they can have. They're not okay if they go live and they only have 100 or 200 people or 80 people watching, right? And because of that, it also motivates them to go find drama. It's the trap of clickbait. Clickbait doesn't just happen because somebody said, I'm going to make a thumbnail and lie to people. Clickbait goes a little further than that. It's pretty obvious. We don't have to go in and redefine all of that. That was decided many years ago by many creators. And it's just been the basis for successful criticism and commentary in the YouTube community since. But again, these people probably weren't using YouTube then. They probably just look at this whole thing and go, wow, it's all a big thing. They don't realize that it's actually a long, ever-changing, ever-morphing, ever-expanding ordeal. That's how you get somebody like Mr. Beast that comes out and becomes the biggest YouTuber out there when everybody thought he would never be. And you have to look at what he did, but that doesn't matter. It's the fact that he spent 10 years in the YouTube community, unsuccessful. And then him and his friends got together and said, listen, we're going to go through and test this. We're going to go through and do the right thing, and we're going to actually succeed. They did. But then they kept it going until now they're the biggest creators on the platform. They've even surpassed PewDiePie. New era of YouTube. Mr. Beast is a good guy, though. I'm glad it's him. I was glad when it was PewDiePie because he's a good guy. And I'm glad now that it's Mr. Beast because it gives you hope. Gives you hope in these... We are in the battle of words. We always have been. People that don't realize it just aren't awake. We are in a battle of words. And that's why you have to remain ever vigilant out there. You got to remain, unless you want to not follow the facts or evidence, you have to follow it. It's not always happy. It's not always a happy thing. It's not always a good thing when you follow the evidence. A lot of realizations. I just had to go to Twitter and tell everybody that I'm not going to give Navy a chance after this. I'm just going to move on. Really painful thing to do because I wasn't lying about him being the best friend. But I wouldn't have changed anything that happened between me and him. So I wish nothing but the best. Nothing but the best. Fond memories. I mean, we did something amazing. You don't even understand the amount of work that went in from the perspective of me and Doc and Navy and, Rachel and many of the other people I can't name, but I'll name Dead and others. I don't want to name any others, but The amount of literal just, the work is in the discussion. That's where the work is. And the people that you surround yourself with, that you have to pick people that want to be there and understand that they're not going to be there that much because they have a life. So when you do get together, you got to talk about what you got to talk about and get it done. And we were efficient. We were good. And it led to the busting of many fraud raisers. Nobody can take that away. See, what I think people like nonsense who want to lie about what we've done in the past, I don't think they realize that it doesn't have an effect on us because the proof is on UNIROCK too. The time I spent going in and making, a 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 day video was to make sure that the proof is put there of what happened. The truth is there. It's recorded, it's saved, and it's there with the sources. So no one's going to be able to take that away from us. And yes, people will try. Evil people are going to try everything, bro. A lot of people are evil people, and they don't realize it for a while. Do you really think that the most evil motherfucker out there doesn't think he's doing the right thing? You do realize that's why there's been wars all throughout history. Both sides thought they were doing the right thing. So did the soldiers. All right, let's see what else you guys got. Because we do have stuff to do. Yeah, I hate seeing a friendship lost, but, I can't force anything, and I've tried. I've tried and tried, and I just have to, I'm not magic. I also don't deserve, no, I'm not talking about from him, but I just don't deserve a lot of the treatment that's happened in the last few weeks. And like I say, I put up barriers. And, yeah. Yeah, there's things I just won't tell you. There's things I won't talk about. One thing I'll say is that Spackle and a few others don't know that I do know some of the things that they have been doing and saying. I do know. They use these. Spackle uses some dirty tactics, right? She really does. But I don't think she realizes that there's people around her that will use non-dirty tactics. Conversation. I'm being completely honest towards them, and that's the one thing that I can tell you they have not done towards me. And I've done them a favor there. And if they decide I'm going to get mad because Uni said this, that's you. Because all I did was respond with the truth. I could have said a lot more. Though, this is why I am responding at least to some extent, because to show that, yes, I do have a respect for some of them. If Navy wasn't involved, it probably wouldn't have even done these videos. Jessica, I love it when you say it, because then I don't even have to say it myself. Though, like people like Lauren and many of the others that you see in chat a lot, I think that they are just trying their best to deal with, because I love them. I'm not going to stop loving them. I think that they're doing their best to try to just reconcile that they do care about certain people that for whatever reason just won't, acknowledge the truth. And again, whatever reason isn't an unknown reason. Just like when I was silent, it wasn't unknown, and it wasn't because I was being deceptive. Whatever reason that they're deciding to not accept the truth goes between them being wrong in the beginning when they asked me, when they came to me and said, Uni, we think you're lying about the letter. We want to see it. And I said, I can't, let me tell you what happened with this, because it's going to blow your fucking mind. You guys don't even know. I think it's going to write a lot of stuff out here in about 3 seconds here. Jade, yeah, let me hook you up. Just go to Google and search Jonathan Lee Riches. All you got to do is go to Google and search Jonathan Lee Riches. And how about let's just add Sandy Hook to it. And you can just read any of these to find out who the man is that's doing this. Now, you can also go to this Wikipedia page. Now, what he'll try to do is he will try to say that people are just going in and making all this up. So you have to go down and look at the sources. South Carolina inmate hits Michael Vick with $63 billion lawsuit alleging Al-Qaeda ties. And it's archived in the Wayback Machine from a news article. Here, let's just pull it up. And it's from Fox News. So you can go to Fox News archives and find it yourself. Jonathan Lee Riches impersonates Adam Lanza's uncle. Huffington Post. So these are the things that he has to contend with. This is not defamation. If it's defamation, he needs to sue them. A man who allegedly impersonated the uncle of the Sandy Hook Elementary School shooter, the man who killed many children, has been arrested. Jonathan Lee Riches drove to Newtown, Connecticut 2 days after the massacre, the smoking gun reported. The 35-year-old showed up at a Memorial Day site and claimed to be Jonathan Lanza, Adam Lanza's uncle. Posing as Jonathan Lanza, Riches told reporters from the New York Daily News that Adam Lanza had been prescribed Fanapt, an antipsychotic drug. He said this is the reason that Adam Lanza killed the children. After learning that Jonathan Lanza, or JLR, was a phony, the New York Daily removed the article from the website. References to the original, however, remain around the internet. Riches was arrested a few days later for violating federal probation. He's currently serving 5-year probation for conspiracy and wire fraud, and the terms prohibit him from having the judicial boundaries of Pennsylvania's Eastern District without permission. Needless to say, he did not have permission for his jaunt to Connecticut. This is by no means the first time Riches has made headlines. The former inmate is well known for filing thousands of absurd lawsuits over the past decade. Earlier this year, he filed a suit against Kim Kardashian and Kanye West, claiming he stumbled upon them at an Al-Qaeda secret training camp. He never explained why he was at the secret training camp, but this is what I think it's bad that Julie, AZ, and many others are factually helping and going to bat for this man by denying the real evidence that he did not just dox me when sending those PayPal messages, but immediately sharing it publicly after on social media. And he did it on his account. According to the spokesman, Riches has also filed lawsuits against the Eiffel Tower, the Lincoln Memorial, James Hoffa, various Buddhist monks, and Nostradamus. In 2009, he sued Guinness World Record for allegedly intending to name him the most litigious person, the Associated Press reported. In Riches v. Guinness of World Record, he claimed Guinness had sent him a letter about the record and that the organization was going to call him names like the Patrick Ewing of suing, and that those epithets hurt my feelings and violate my civil rights. This is what this man is. This is what this man does. You get me? Hold up. Cutter. Sorry, I'll be right back, guys. But Diamond Cutter, thank you. You are too kind. I appreciate you a lot. All right, I'm back. I'm back, sorry. And I will probably be doing another 3-minute to 5-minute break in about an hour. So just so you guys are prepared for that. Now, I have a decision to make. We can either sit here right now and play this stupid, boring game of back and forth, or we can, I don't know, do something productive. So that's what I want to do. So I'm going to go to, I want to show you a couple things really quick. Okay, sorry, I had to thank somebody. Also, I want to thank Diamond Cutter again for the donation. That was very kind of you. And of course, if anybody wants to, I don't even think I've said it yet tonight. I might have said it in the beginning. If you do want to donate, I pinned it to the top of the chat to support us monetarily. You can choose these methods. But they're not the only way you can support us. You actually can support us for free many ways in the description. Now, I don't know if my Amazon thing is still down there. We used to work with Amazon to give everybody 10% off of purchases on Amazon.com. But I don't... Rachel, is the Amazon code still down there, or are we not doing that now? It's okay. So yeah, we used to do something like that, but there are other ways you can support us down there for free. One of them is a book my friend wrote. He's going to have the novel releasing before too long, so it's free. You can just go read his short story introduction to his novel. You can subscribe here or UNIROCK too. Like, dislike, leave comments, whatever you want to do. But now that we got that out of the way, I want to show you this, because there's a lot of people that have charged me as a liar due to several things. We've handled the Queen Bee tag. It's on my community tab connected to the video that everybody ignored to play purposely, knowing that if they played the video, they wouldn't be able to drag out all that speculatory drama bullshit against me. Though, another thing they claimed had to do with the C&D. A creator named Charlotte, who is a defamer and a liar, and proved me right when I criticized her a few weeks before this all happened for attacking a guy named Ski Mask Andy. If you recall, I did a little response on Kick, and I did a little reference in my video. Now, my response at the time was that they both suck, and I literally explained why. Now, I'm not trying to be mean to Ski Mask Andy. I don't know anything about the man. I learned through Charlotte doing this that I knew he was a part of IP2, which is a streaming group, and I thought I'd seen him around when we were looking at that mess a year or two ago. Man, it's probably more like 2.5 years ago, when Ethan Ralph had been accused by all these people in the Mr. Medicare video, the legendary Mr. Medicare video that was made by Kill All Pedos YouTube channel. Some of you might remember that, probably. Though, what I learned about Ski Mask Andy was very personal, and it was very fucked up, because what Charlotte had done is she kept goading him, calling him like a snowball or something, and I don't care about that. If you want to try to attack somebody like that, then attack them. Just know they're going to come back at you. So they went back and forth. The thing was, she eventually got offended by what he said back to her and went after him being a dad. And I said that that was very fucked up of her to do that. So what he did was attack back at her for her parenting. And on Kick, if you want to go watch my response, it was there. I don't know how long Kick saves videos, but it was there. So you probably could find it easily. And I do think it made it to YouTube somewhere. But either way, I reminded people that Charlotte does this on purpose. Puts herself into a position where she is sad and crying and attacked. And then puts on the fake waterworks, the fake, act. And cries for pity donos. Okay? That's what I said. So, of course, Charlotte, getting very hurt by that and wanting to attack me, cherry-picked, it's a fallacy, y'all, she cherry-picked me saying that it's not a cease and desist. From where last night I showed you in the last stream that I fully explained in my video why it's not a cease and desist and why I won't consider it one. One of the points I made, what does a cease and desist include? Janie has given me this. It's a reference from a website. It is from Red Points, How to Serve a Cease and Desist Letter, Full Guide to Protect You. And if you go into that article and scroll down and read and look at it, you'll read, a time limit to comply. Most people give them 10 to 15 days to respond is required. Mr. Investigates gave me 1 day before he filed. Also, if it's to put a stop to harassment, a date they must respond to the letter before you take further action, which was not there according to Janie. So, I gave many reasons why that I will not consider it a cease and desist or legal or any type of relevant legal document. All of those reasons are legitimate, and they apply anytime anyone would try to do what Mr. Investigates did. And when they cherry pick and come at you, they're doing it because they're lying. That's what a fallacy is. It's a dishonest measure in an argument, a debate, or in something you're trying to prove, where you try to lie and fool the person so that they'll think something happened that didn't happen. If she wanted to be honest, she would have played what I said about it instead of cherry picking that, and then explained why I'm wrong, or explained why I'm bad, or explained why I shouldn't hold that opinion. When you do what they're doing, I don't want to get ahead of myself. Now, what I've done is go into all their points and respond to them, proving I haven't lied, proving that the people that motivated a lot of you to get mad, by the way, I'm not mad at you at all. If you did get mad, and if you didn't get mad, I respect you a lot more than I did before. Because that's hard. It's hard not to get mad. It's hard for things like that to happen. Also, if you scroll down, I put proof that a signature is required. Here we go. So also, Janie wants to make sure, what if I receive a demand letter? It has to have a valid signature. Has to. This is from Up counsel, cease and desist. Everything you need to know. A cease and desist letter does not automatically signify a lawsuit. It's a warning that if illegal behavior does not stop, there could be further penalties. Number one, there wasn't any illegal behavior. Number two, the cease and desist didn't reference any illegal behavior, anything I did wrong, or anything I did to actually, defame or whatever the claim was. Number three, there wasn't a signature or valid letterhead at all to be recognized. Number four, it wasn't stamped, so it wasn't signed in front of a notary. Again, I wouldn't require that. I probably would take it seriously if the letter wasn't a complete fucking 5-year-old letter, 5-year-old writing. But either way, to take away why I hold the opinion and just call me a liar is dishonest. Thus why I criticized Charlotte in the first place. Okay? And I get it, y'all. There's going to be a lot of people that rush to judgment because they think, oh, I can just trust this person. They haven't misled me or gone astray. That's what you did with nonsense too, isn't it? Nonsense is making a fool of anybody that's still believing her, following her, and allowing her to sit and do everything she yells at other people for. It's demonstratable. I think that's another thing, another reason why Nonsense and some of her friends like to defend JLR is because they like the fact that I've been pretty busy for a few weeks. I don't mind it. Like I said, it was a pretty good little break. I wouldn't have wanted to take a break. I lost money because I took a break. But that's okay. I told you that's not the main reason I'm here anyway. I would do things way differently if I was just here for money. I don't even think I would have talked about any of this bullshit if I was just here for money. Now, I am here to make some money. I am. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Okay. Let's keep this moving. Basically, though, you know what? I have to be at church in the morning. So what I think we should do, those of you that go to church are going to go to church in the morning. Some of you are even going to go in the evening too. I wish I'd do that. Nope. There it is. So what I'm going to do, I'm not going offline, but I think that what we'll do today, if I'll go through the live chat a little more. I'm going to actually go ahead and move into current live stream room. I'll tag mods and let them know. Oh, where is it, man? I can't see it. Oh, I'm not up high enough. Duh. Let me tag the mods. I'm moving here if you need me. Also, tell me. Okay. So, what we did yesterday. Here, let me pull up my Libra office. Okay. Oh, it looks like I crashed last time and they want to recover something. Oh, yeah. I forgot. Okay. One of the things that they've done with this entire opinion of saying that and now again, they're lying, AZ, Julie, and the others who keep sticking to, and I mean, when I say the others, I mean a lot of those go lightly types like Nonsense go lightly and Heels go lightly. They have lied about the doxing part so that it gives them an excuse to come in and attack me. They say, I lied about the doxing, and that's why Uni is valid to be attacked. Now, the problem is, many of the other doxes in the past, they have never needed any of the stuff they required or tried to attack me for, like Down the Rabbit Hole, right? Did Down the Rabbit Hole make the letter is fake stream? I'm pretty sure she did, you know? But, yeah, she's a really bad counselor anyway, so it makes sense. One of the things they're doing is basically trying to claim that they are holding no responsibility to what people are threatening others with. Now, all of us know what free speech is. Oh, you don't? Well, let me help you. Free speech doesn't mean you just get to say whatever you want. Free speech, the best way to look at free speech is equivalating. Yeah, that's a word. Hold on. I got to check. Equivalate with an ing. Yeah, all right. They equivalate free speech of free behavior to free speech. If anyone that goes out and tries to say, hey, I got free speech, I can say whatever I want, is being either a child or an idiot or naive. because they would then be making the argument that they can go and do whatever they want, and they know they can't. They know there are laws to protect other people from your behavior, and it has to be enforced by an entire police force. I don't know if you're trying to argue that we don't need any cops by saying that you can just do anything you want with your speech. You're not, right? Okay, good. Doesn't mean it should be heavily censored, but it does need some. That's the constant argument and slippery slope of censorship. Now, they are basically saying that if you shouted fire in a crowded movie theater, and I mean completely packed, and even took a little flashlight out that you put a little red thing over and tried to go make it look like there was flickering flames over there. When everybody started running and 3 pregnant women get trampled and killed and all this stuff happens, you're not going to go to jail because you've got free speech. That's the same argument they're making when they defend doxing, which is what AZ and Julie are doing. And the Go Lightly crew, Nonsense Go Lightly, Heels Go Lightly, Whispers Go Lightly, that whole crew is just basically when they attacked me saying that I'm lying about being doxed from the PayPal messages forward, what they're doing is trying to say that there is no responsibility to anyone's words whatsoever, and that makes Uni a bad guy for coming out and telling us that he was doxxed with the PayPal messages. Their first argument, though, I've already handled. I won't handle it again because it would bore you, but of course, they said it wasn't shared publicly. They lied. It was. It is. It's there. You've seen it. I've seen it. It's easy to find. More and more people think I'm lying. They go look on Twitter, and then they're like, fuck this. I would never allow anyone to go because I made a YouTube video, sue, attack, threaten, and go at my parents and old friends or an ex-wife or whatever, sharing their addresses and names and shit and their backgrounds and lying about them while doing it in some instances and defaming Uni while doing it. No, Uni's not the bad guy here. He was doxxed from the beginning. He was telling the truth. We need to stop attacking him. No one is saying that because they don't want to be wrong. So anyway, shouting fire in the theater, if it causes those 3 pregnant women to be trampled, it's really crazy that I even have to freaking, say this at all, but I do if I'm actually listening to some of their criticism. That person would be charged for what they did, and they most likely would even face murder charges. I don't think it'd be first degree. It most likely would be like manslaughter. I don't know, whichever one is under it. Now, why is that when you shout that in the crowded movie theater? Well, let's go ahead and up the ante. What if, I don't know, think of any situation where someone yells something or does something in a very crowded, very, very, overpopulated place and a bunch of people get hurt. Think of any situation like that, but we're going to stick with the movie theater example because it's the most common one. Well, see, Julie, that's why I'm not just letting him do it like everybody else did. I'm actually going to make sure he's not going to do this to anyone ever again. And I think that's why the Go Lightly crew is attacking me so much. They need a new person. They need chaos in their community. They need people like Betty, JLR, Molly, and others. And that's why they all responded negatively to Molly being banned while they sat there and screamed about how she should be banned for what she's doing and she's a bad person and all this garbage for months, making lots of money off of it. And the whole time, Go Lightly was just sitting there telling everybody how much of a sick troll. Again, Diamond Cutter, I don't even know what to say. Thank you. You're just too kind. I didn't expect you to come in. I figured you hated me or something. Not because of you. I figured some of these people are going to get into your guys' heads because you're viewers and you heard me shout them out. And now they're telling you, a few months later that you should hate me. And they're trying everything in their power to convince you. They lied about fundraisers I've busted. Nonsense tried to, and she did it on purpose. In the same way that Nonsense in her video took the letter that LB had after she went and talked to LB and buddied up with her, she tried to go convince everybody that the letter wasn't real, and therefore LB is innocent and Uni is a monster because he framed LB with the letter. And when people kept correcting Nonsense, eventually Nonsense just straight admits on her channel in front of everybody that she knew the letter was real the whole time. She did all of that on purpose. So at least she gave us that tiny bit of truth. But in the same way that she did that, she took a very, very early list that was made by the Dono Bros. Menace did an excellent video 4 days ago. In fact, I don't even think we finished watching it, so that might be entertaining. It's way more... Menace is 1 billion times more entertaining than anything Julie has ever done. Hold on. Let me go ahead and just back up what I'm saying a little bit here, because this video from Menace is really good. I don't even know if we ended up watching it at all, because it was just 4 days ago. Hold on, wait. Is there one before this? Oh, no, there is one before this. I haven't seen this yet. Okay, great.
So you guys can...
So here's what Nonsense did. I will play her words. Now, she did this on purpose, remember, in the same way that she purposely went, learned what LB did, knew that LB did release the email. I said the letter. The email, that she did fake the email, that she did put out a fraudulent photoshopped email to try to frame Katie Joy, striking her channel so that her and McCrae could do a fraud raiser. That's what LB did. Those are facts. You can go to Versus Mode Part 2 in December of 2019 on my channel and literally look at the proof for yourself. And that's what LB always tries to hide from the current iteration of the community anytime people find her channel, because she doesn't want people to know that she does this kind of stuff to set up drama, to create drama, to fake drama, and make views off of the drama and bullshit that she's doing, right? He wants you to think she doesn't do that kind of thing. Nonsense buddying up to her wants you to think she doesn't do that kind of thing. And she keeps the appearance up that she hates LB and is attacking LB the whole time, and that they fight with each other. But of course, that's why she did this whole letter thing. And in the same respect, she had a motivation to lie about me. In the video here that Menace is up on the screen, the one that Nonsense is reacting to, that she admits she watched the entire bit of, Nonsense knew that this is not a list of fraud raisers that we had busted, that I did not make this list, because if you watch this video, you know these things. So she lied purposely to her audience because she knew that her audience respected us to some extent, not just me now, I said us. Navy, Menace, myself, all of the people that helped try to get all of those fundraisers checked, and when people were lying to make money on those fundraisers, letting them know that they were fraud raisers, all the streams, all the time, all the months, all the years, Nonsense was willing to take that away from everybody that busted those fraud raisers together, including Nate the lawyer and many others. In fact, Nate had a reputation when he went viral for busting fundraisers and proving cancer fraud raisers, proving other fraud raisers. And that reputation helped solidify him when he went viral and helped him in his channel growth. And that's a fact. It was at the top of his Twitter forever that he busted fraud raisers while he was gaining all of his early subs. I'm not saying it's the whole reason whatsoever. I just think it helped legitimize him, because that is what Nate does, like me, fact check and give you opinions. Anyway, so what I'm telling you is, it's not just that she messed up. It's not just that she was reacting to this video and said to herself, oh, look, Uni lied about busting fraud raisers. That never happened. She said to herself, oh, I can take this list, tell my audience that this is a list of Uni's busted fraud raisers, tell them to look at the list and shit like that and see that Uni has lied. Okay? That's what she did on purpose. That's why so many people have made such a drastic change to Nonsense. Now, we didn't finish this. I don't really think we have to. But let's just click this real quick so that you know I'm not lying. And this is what Nonsense did. And Menace has archived it, and he has historialized it.
Can look at the names. Hold on, let me take my little avatar thing off.
$220,000 requested in fundraising efforts by this one community.
Isn't that, look at the names on here. Just, I'm pausing right there so you guys can look at the names. Hold on, let me take my little avatar thing.
Have to remember, she did this on purpose. She knew this wasn't true. She says that she watched the whole video and did her research checking everything. Okay, so she's admitting, just like with the letter and LB, where she told you all. She said she did that on purpose. She spread the misinformation because she wanted to start drama. It was a trap. It was all these things. That's her excuse. No, it's because you were lying and you were angry. Just like this.
Thing off. Look at the names on here. The same people he fights with still mostly to this day.
What? Who do I fight with mostly to this day on this side? I've never fought with the Geek Room. I only did a couple videos on a Marvel girl years and years and years ago. Never brought her up again. Never fought with Size Strike. Never fought with Off the Hook. Yeah, are you just saying that because Steve McRae is name on here and Steve follows me around and never stops talking about me that somehow that's my fault? Oh, you're a great commentator.
He claimed, and he was friends with some of these people, involved with some of these people until, I don't know.
Involved with some of these people? Doing streams with people makes me involved with them? I'm just tracking. I don't know if that's a lie or not, but I do think it is.
We know you don't know, so pay attention. They were friends until UNIROCK told Steve that it was wrong to use a child to attack someone online.
Yes, it was wrong to attack an 8-year-old boy, autistic boy who had 3 brain surgeries. It was wrong to use him and attack him and claim that he was faking his disorders with his mother and all the garbage that he had did towards that boy. And I went and did a stream and called him out. Thank you, Menace. Yes.
That began the rift. The fact that several of them got caught blatantly stealing from the communities what resulted.
And they got caught blatantly stealing from the communities. Many of those thefts happened after that, though. Nonsense. So it's almost like since they got busted doing this, and when I outed them, they lost a lot of money because nobody wanted to donate to them anymore, knowing that they would go around and attack that little sick boy and dox people and do these things. And because they lost a lot of revenue, they did more fraud raisers to try to boost their revenue source that way, since they couldn't make revenue any other way, and then got busted lying about those fundraisers due to how sloppy and stupid they were. You want to see that whole video? It's right here. Menace did a new video. Okay, so let me share this. I am sorry, Menace. I was really busy for the first 2 days you released this. I apologize for not sharing it. If you want to attack me in this, I don't care, because I still can. You're my friend and you're cool. So if you have criticisms for me, I know we can talk about them. Menace uploaded. I apologize that I didn't share it then, but I was busy. Make sure you watch it. I just want to make sure it went out. I know it went out on the community post, but I don't know if it went out on Twitter. Fuck, dude, I feel sick to my stomach. I think it's the orange juice. Just need those little shots of sugar from the orange juice. It helps me feel better. Stomach. Come on, dude. How am I still freaking... Oh, I'm not, am I? Yeah. I thought I was maybe still buffering. I don't think I am. Yeah, we're live. Oh, good. Okay, sorry. I had to make sure we were live. All right, let me make sure this is shared on Twitter, and let's just hit play. Oh my god, that's a lot of wow, wow, wow. Thank you, Sonny. Oh, I did send it. Good. I really appreciate y'all.
Recently, an old fundraiser spreadsheet pulled from an old UNIROCK video, and the group of people who looked into those fundraisers has become a topic of conversation around the various communities on the interwebs. This has been the result of a story arc stemming from the recent lawsuit between UNIROCK and Jonathan Lee Riches. This video is simply going to be a brief breakdown of the history behind the fundraiser spreadsheet and the group of people who looked into the fundraisers, who were eventually coined the YBI. The purpose...
Yes, the YBI wasn't me, wasn't mine. It was just a group of people that busted fraud raisers and was consisting of many dono bros. So a dono bro is just like a dono gal. In the Mali and Letitia fundraiser, the dono gals had their money taken and then were doxed when they wanted refunds. That's a dono gal. Because the majority of them were gals, but the dono bros were people that donated to fundraisers around the flat earth debunking and debunking community. And we called them dono bros because they had come to us, because I had went out and said, listen, if you got ripped off and if you have anything you want to tell me, you can hit me up. Some of them joined my Discord. Some of them wrote to me, but they were called dono bros. Now, this is by a dono bro. They put crowdsourced criminals at the top, I guess, as a joke or something, as a meme. But I had nothing to do with this list. I had nothing to do with this being up here. And people that want to act like that are just liars because they know that I initially responded. You're going to say, Uni, why are you calling them liars? Because, you know, they at first might have been confused or something. Well, number one, Nonsense by her own admission was not confused. That's factual. But number two, when the people who tried to say this and spread this around found out the truth, if there were a few that were confused, none of them corrected themselves. All of them continued to lie because it was from the beginning a smear campaign trying to turn our past achievements of fraud raisers that we have busted into a thing that I had lied about. Remember, you have to go around and convince people that I've lied about all these things, because if not, these people that you're trying to convince aren't going to believe you. They're not going to follow the bullshit that you're trying to lead them down. Now, all you got to do is go down my video list, where you will notice that I criticize Katie Joy all the time. But you'll also notice that whenever I go somewhere, you'll see all these people that say that I'm Katie's best friend. I love Katie. Katie loves me. I defend Katie all the time. Yada, yada, yada. There might be 3 positive videos that I've done about Katie compared to the 60 negative videos that I did about Katie Joy. This is, oh, there it is. Another fraud raiser busted. She faked cancer. Well, let's see, Nonsense. Did Uni lie about the fraud raisers that he has busted? Or are you lying about me because you're pissed that I actually stood up to Heels when she tried to threaten those false strikes against me, and you teamed up with her and some of the other clip channels and in the Molly community also teamed up with Heels to attack me together and try and turn their community against me, wielding and using my docs, tragedy pimping my docs as the opening attack. Last video in the crowdsourced criminals playlist, I showed you a fraud raiser done here on YouTube. We're not even done showing you what happened. Oh no, I want to hear this from the beginning. What was that, Uni? In my last video in the crowdsourced criminals playlist, I showed you a fraud raiser done here on YouTube. We're not even done showing you what happened there, but I do need to interject today to update you that a cancer fundraiser ran by the same person is now completely busted. We have another full admission, and it gets cringy, crazy, and you won't believe what's happening after all of this has come out. But let's start with the cancer fraud raiser right now on another episode of Crowdsourced Criminals here on UNIROCK. First things first, let's learn more about the individual we are talking about, YouTuber Red's Rhetoric. This is what he said responding to the fact that I had told him several of his fundraisers were provably fraudulent. Take a listen.
But it's something that needs to be talked about, I think. Something really important has come up. I know why.
Did you see this? I forgot about all the memes. He wrote going live to talk about updates, and I put in at the end and face reveal. And then I put Red's right here talking next to his little emblem.
I've gotten these messages. I know exactly why I've gotten these messages. But I've got
You got those messages because you're a fraud. And you ran a bunch of fraud raisers. And you tried to attack me and lie on me because I had criticized you for doing that many fundraisers at the beginning. I criticized you because of many other things, but you were a fraud raiser, bruh. Fraud raiser. Man, some of these things that we all accomplished on the platform, could you imagine how many more fraud raisers they would have put out if they would have stayed where they were?
Gotten a few
Jessica.
messages stating that the fundraisers that I have held in the past.
So anyway, real quick, I have to hear this. It's been so long. Does anybody remember what his defense was to running all those fraud raisers? Anybody remember? Let me remind you. To do another fraud raiser.
Past are maybe kind of
Tell me that's not like peak level cringe-erific.
questionable. People have brought up fundraisers that I've had to help Sean Hufford keep his head above water.
That all of those were proven fraud raisers.
Or to help with funeral expenses.
Fraud raiser.
All of these
Notice how he says the funeral expenses. You know that, hey, guess what happened during that one? They never had a funeral. They never had a funeral. There was no funeral.
Fundraisers are now being questioned. And
rightly so.
And the question that's coming up is, am I scamming people?
Oh, yes, of course you were. You weren't only scamming them with the fraud raisers. A lot of the content you did, you were scamming people. You were a complete fraud the entire time, Red's rhetoric.
This is the question that has been brought up. And
no, it wasn't a question.
With that question...
See how they do this? This is the manipulation tactic to the audience. If I just kind of slide that it's a question by, I don't have to admit that it's actually true, but yeah.
My integrity is also being questioned.
You had it proven that you have never had a shred of integrity. There's no question.
I don't know what to say to that. I really don't. I guess the only thing I can say about that is I think the Nexstar 6 SE is just what I...
It's so cringy, bro. Like it's one of the peak cringiest moments ever in history, but you still...
I need for smooth rocket tracking resulting in...
I better hurry up and try to get some more money out of y'all before I get completely busted.
Big amounts of flat earth butthurt, guys. I think that's exactly what I need.
This is some of the past fraud raisers that we have busted. That nonsense claims don't exist. All of the videos are on UNIROCK too. You're welcome to go watch them. There's a lot of really good memes and jokes in there, but you know. There always is good memes and jokes in my uploads.
So, you know what? Tomorrow, we are going to be having a fundraiser to raise some coins.
I should have did the audio where they slap themselves in the head.
So I can get this computerized mount, so I can track those rockets super smooth, super nice, it's going to be epic, dude. It's going to be epic. Can you imagine? Well, I'm there with a Nikon T1000, the flat...
What an absolute soy boy.
So for the last while, we've had sources come to us and bring us the fact that Ilya Moon's fundraiser, which was ran with Red's rhetoric on his channel, we were brought evidence that it was fraudulent, but we had to take the time and actually look into it before we could get there. And after we busted the other fundraiser, Nate the lawyer, with the help of FTFE and others, went and talked to Ilya and Reds. Reds was the person sitting next to Ilya. It wasn't FTFE and Reds that were questioning Ilya like you'll read out there, like people are lying and saying, this guy's lying and saying. He was actually sitting there taking... Let's just watch the end, because it's just so fucking good. This is one of the best edits I put together. Taking the fake... Right? Nope. Nope. Fuck you, drag. Hey, Drag, go back to Discord and try to find you a bunch of women that you want to sleep with, okay? Get the fuck out of here.
Not gonna be a good turnout for me.
Oh, hold up. Nope. Here we go. What's that, Drag? Oh, you're bitching about me? Go back to Discord and try to find a bunch of people to sleep with. Get out of here. Oh, confession. This is pretty bad, y'all. Warning. This is pretty bad. Here we go. Let me show you what it is, because it's going to be pretty surprising to you.
I did not want to do a GoFundMe. When I was diagnosed and found out what was going on with me, I did not want to do it.
Now that's
By the way, she didn't have cancer.
something that some of you may remember from who's
a fundraiser.
saying that
Yesterday,
to me that's glad to do this.
who have seen
Yeah, you notice the Drag always tries to worm his way into anything me and Nate are doing. It's weird.
so they weren't involved, and that was time.
It's weird. Weird that he does
Social
that.
Security, who had you
So have some that's
insisted I do
Shut up,
this to
Drag.
get help.
Shut up. There's somebody in your Discord server saying you had a date planned.
There are people in my channel who have seen documents and have signed an NDA because it has my social security number on it. It has the scans and the port
That's just insane. You should have never had to show that to
images
anybody.
and everything, who have seen the nitty gritty of what I was going through at that time, who also have had to sign an NDA because my social security number was involved. And that was me trying to be transparent
Hold on. This isn't the edit. The edit's coming. I just haven't seen this in a long time.
with them so they weren't getting themselves in trouble. I could have gotten through what I needed to. It's just, I felt pushed to do it.
This is us busting a fraud raiser right here.
I felt pushed to do it. And now it's all biting me in the ass, and I feel like I'm just under pressure, and I don't know what to do. And it got to the point my mental health is suffering so bad that it's gonna lead. It's not gonna be a good turnout for me at the end of it. My mental health is suffering so bad that it's gonna lead. It's not gonna be a good turnout for me at the end of this if something doesn't stop. If I don't somehow figure out what to do to stop this suffering.
Yep. We knew who did that. Do you remember? Strange how a single misinformation agent like nonsense can just try to wipe away that much pain and regret and suffering and learning that came from it, the growth that came from it. What do I mean? Well, if I am to believe what I was told by a communicator, supposedly, Ilya Moon eventually realized that she was used by Reds and Steve and the others around them, manipulated, conned, and pushed into being the fall girl. Thing was, if you look at the content that I did before that fundraiser was busted, the suffering she's talking about and the mental health that she's talking about, in my opinion, is the constant worry and dread she felt over doing the fraud raiser and the amount of prison time she could have faced for stealing that much money, being someone that was actually not a criminal, who had not done things like that in her life, and then was thrust into being the fall girl. These are the kinds of things that happened that we have documented and are factual. And they show the damage that YouTubers do when they go after people in real life and use them to commit crimes like that, or use them to dox and attack, or file fake lawsuits, or whatever it may be that these people do in order to protect a thing that they're doing that is resting on this flimsy thread of lies. All of Red's rhetoric and Steve McRae's fraud raisers rested on a thread of lies. The minute that you realize that the community realizes the truth about what really happened, that thread is cut, and now they can't get that money anymore. The same for Betty. The minute people realize that them funding someone who is threatening and doxing all of these people, they are also responsible due to the fact that she is using the business and the channel to do this. It's part of the content that the viewership is taking in. They just don't realize it when they're funding the person. Someone like JLR, I ask myself, what could possibly motivate him? And I probably shouldn't say this, but I shouldn't be silenced. I shouldn't be silenced. But I would imagine a lot of the people that support him right now do not know what he has done. They do not know, because who he is now doesn't, even though his entire body of a being is what he is. His channel is about presenting someone different. So I think that it does scare anyone who has to realize that their secret's out. I think that's why they try to dox so hard in their mind. Oh, well, this person who's going to do a documentary on me, UNIROCK, if I can try to get people to believe that he's this bad guy or whatever, then his documentary won't matter. But that's not true. That's not true. You lie about me and lie about me and lie about me, the documentary is still going to do everything the documentary is going to do. It'll probably do even more. Me shouting out nonsense all that time, I knew it was possible for her to do what she's done. I'm not stupid. Okay, fine, I'm a little stupid, but not when it comes to YouTube. Anyone I shout out could stab me in the back. It's not me stabbing me in the back. All I've done is be nice and shout them out. That's why I let them be who they are. If that's who she really is, I'm just glad I know now. That's who Heels really is, I'm just glad I know now. Do I need to name everyone else? I think you all know who did what. I think you all know who did what. I think we should go to kick. Oh, I am stronger than I've ever been. Stronger than I've ever been for many reasons. One reason is because Jesus is my Savior, and I'm not afraid to admit it. Another is that My back pain, that whether it was my liver or my kidney, has gone away fully. My blood is pumping stronger than it has in 20 years, 10 years. Now, I don't want to say 20 years, 10 years. My blood was pumping really strong about 20 years ago, but anyway. My muscle mass is coming back, you know, and getting exactly where it was before I got sick. It's already there. All I got to do is get rid of another like 15, 20 pounds that's right here. And this little bump that's right there, little bumpy bump. Get rid of that bumpy bump this summer, which is going to happen. I'm staying strong. I'm being... because the one thing's for sure, I'm not going to sell you out like Nonsense did. I'm not going to sell you out like Spackle did. I stand by every decision that I've made after being doxed with the PayPal message forward. Not because of my definition of doxing like they will lie and say, because yes, I will use their shitty, inappropriate, not fully, half-ass definition of doxing and still prove that I was doxed from those PayPal messages on. Now, I forgive. I'll forgive anybody. Remember? You remember? I'll forgive anybody. You always get one chance with me, remember? I'm not talking about viewers. Viewers, they get a million chances. Do your thing. Just don't break TOS and you're good. Don't come in here like threatening people and you're good. Don't come in here trolling and you're good. Actually, if it's funny, I won't kick you. If you're funny, I won't kick you. If you're trolling. So, hold on. Wait a minute. What, Bizzy? What was that? Oh, that's right. We crashed. His microphone went out. Whenever I crash, his microphone goes out. Is my playback choppy? Let me refresh it. Let me see if it's coming in yet. We might have to restart anyway. We can just go to Kick. We're going to go to kick.com/UNIROCK, everybody. Yep, I need to restart OBS. My playback's a little choppy. Hold on. Bizzy's telling me, you guys can't hear him. His microphone went out, but I can still hear him. What's that, Bizzy? Oh, you're right. Months ago, I did take away the one chance rule. I don't give chances anymore. I won't forget. Now, just because I know Julie is going to want to know. Yes, Julie, we're going to watch your videos. We're going to have to do a part 3 because I got to be up for church in the morning. So I'm going to go play games on Kick and then go to bed. We will watch Menace's new video. Of course, I love Menace. And, all I've ever asked from Menace is to follow the facts. Follow the evidence. He can attack me as much as he wants. Not attack me. Criticize me as much as he wants. And I'll always support him. Just as much as I'll always support all of you. And, you guys know I always do what I need to do. So, I will see you on Kick. Yeah, good night, Julie. We're going to watch your videos tomorrow. And we're going to watch AZ's before we're done. I heard you. Didn't I? You think I didn't hear you? I heard you. Uni should respond to me and stuff. Kept telling you. Have to wait until I'm released. Well, at least I am now. So don't change your mind now. That'd be weird if you just all of a sudden shifted what you've been saying this whole time just so you can keep attacking me, and now you're surprised and everybody who follows you is surprised I'm acting like this, huh? I'm a narcissist because I'm pissed off that you did this, huh? I'm a narcissist. It's not you. I am. Why don't you respond? Why don't you state why you're still doing this? Why don't you actually tell people what your issues are? I'm a little confused at why the people who are in your chat don't care. Oh, that's right, because a lot of them are doxers and caters and people that haven't ever been around for a while because they're not welcome in the community. And you're just like welcoming them in. And you know what I always say to people to do that? Oh, go ahead. Because you know what those people do the second you do something they don't like, which is going to be real quick? No, I don't have to tell you. We have to restart anyway. My video feed is messed up due to the restart, so we're going to go off into Kick, which will fix it. I'm just going to play games on Kick anyway and then go to bed. So I'll see you on Kick at kick.com/UNIROCK if you want to go there. Again, it is not a gambling site. It's just a live streaming site, and you don't have to use it for anything but watching me if you want to come. But if you don't want to come, that's perfectly fine because we're just going to be chilling. So I will see you there all. Oh, shit. PayPal.me/UNIROCK. Money sign UNIROCK. Please consider donating, like, and subscribe. I'll see you. Part 3. Tomorrow, part 3. Monday, we start content.